Good afternoon. We'd like to welcome you to the Cocktail Hour. My name is Orion Williams.
My name is Amber Ivy.
My name is Anise Fiello.
And we'd love to welcome the legendary Robin Roberts to our show today.
The legendary.
I like that.
You see me, right?
Good job, Orion. Good job.
When you stick around long enough, you become legendary too. So, but thank you. I'm very, very pleased and honored to be a part of
Well,
your show.
we're honored to have you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Amber.
All right, so we're going to kick it off with the first question.
All right.
From Anise.
Who was your biggest influence?
My biggest influence growing up, I had the benefit of being from a very strong family. My father was a Tuskegee Airman, the first black flying Air Corps in the military. My mother was the first in her family to go to college on a $100 scholarship. They were tremendous in not getting up on a soapbox and beating their chest and saying, I'm the first black man to do this, I'm the first woman to do this. By their sheer example, they inspired me. And I just wanted to emulate how they conducted themselves and how they lived their life and how they really made it about being of service to others. So when people say, Robin, what's the secret to your success? I say being the daughter of Lawrence and Lucy Marion Roberts. Yes.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
It really is.
I'm from a military background too. See, my mom was actually from Alabama, so and Air Force. Yeah, so. What was it like actually growing up in a household and you actually followed your sister's footsteps? What actually got you in the broadcast?
So you're trying to say I was an Air Force brat? Is that what you're saying? Military brat? Which yeah. No, I know. That's what he's trying to find a polite way of saying. Proud of it.
Proud.
We didn't want to use those terms.
Okay.
We didn't want to use those terms.
No, I think it's a term of affection and endearment. Thank you, Amber. I think so. It was a great living all around the country, all around the world, and my parents were very good about exposing us to different cultures and different people, and I think that really helped our family. I know it helped me to be accepting. I don't like the word tolerate. So we shouldn't accept that we do have differences, that we all make different choices in that, and being in a military family like that was very instrumental in making me just be aware that there's this big, beautiful world out there, and we all have our place in it, and that we all have more in common than not.
we think.
Right, and we should focus on that because we tend to focus on our differences. And we're like, oh, but our similarities are so much.
So vast. Yes, most definitely.
It is.
So how did that influence your broadcasting career?
It's made me, Amber, I think, to be able to. I'm just very honored that people said that I'm trustworthy, that people rely on me in the morning to give them the information that they need to entertain all these different things. But I think what it did is it rounded me. I think as a journalist and the budding journalist that I'm around right now and with the talk show, that at the core of it, we're all storytellers. That yes, the medium is different. Remember, back in the day it was radio, and then TV came along, and people thought, oh my goodness. And now there's there's so many different ways that people can get their information, can have shows like this, and I embrace it. And I think it's wonderful as we see how all these different ways of communicating, but it comes down to good old storytelling.
Yes.
Telling the story, getting the facts right, not being, letting people make up their own mind, giving them the information, giving them different guests, and letting them form their own opinions.
Right.
Now, when you were growing up, were there a lot of African Americans in broadcasting at that time, or?
No. I'm so grateful that my big sister Sally Ann was a weather person to begin with, and I can remember this, and she gets mad when I say this because there are 8 years difference in us, and I say, I can remember I was on the playground and Mama said, she called me in and said, your sister's on TV, and I remember going, Sally, what did my sister do on TV? But it was something as stark as that, and seeing, and it was one of the few, it wasn't just my sister, it was a black woman.
Exactly.
On television that I had never seen before, so she was very, very influential, and she will tell you the story about when she was a small child, she saw one of the first black women on television. It was a local market, and that stayed with her. So.
And Sally Ann's been very influential in New Orleans. I mean, she's been on WWL since 1977, so she's an icon here.
She's an icon,
and she cares so much about New Orleans. I mean, with her foundation, each one saved one, and all. Our generation and things like that. And let me tell you, Sally Ann was given the opportunity to go other places, to go to bigger markets, stuff like that. She chose to stay here. This is where she wanted her children. They were born here. She wanted them to be raised here, and she is a proud Berliner.
We're glad to have her.
Yeah.
We're glad to have her.
The best thing is
Sister Sally will set you free. She does this a lot. You go, woo, woo. You'll see later. You'll see.
Can't wait.
But you actually brought up a great point about her organization, and then you also have a movement. I know over the past couple of years, you've gone through publicly getting over through personal battles with MDS and with breast cancer the first time. You know, how's that brought both of you together? And I know you both have great causes that we're trying to get out here
Well,
today.
everybody's got something. No, really, no. I'm not doing that to promote my book, but I mean that. Everybody's got something. My something was cancer in 2007, breast cancer. The treatment that saved my life put it in jeopardy with something called myelodysplastic syndrome, MDS, very rare. It's a blood disorder. Sister Sally had her healthy stem cells inserted in. I'm technically only 2 years old, not quite 2 years old. Had the transplant September 20th, 2012, and it's called a rebirth. Your immune system is completely. You start from scratch. An infant. I just finished my last immunization shots like a little kid. I'm telling you, it is fascinating, the medical aspect of it, but also the faith and the belief. And I'm just so grateful that my sister was there, my family was there. Anyone will tell you when they go through a life-altering illness that it's not just the patient, the family goes through it too. And it really brought us closer together as the family to help them. And I'm so grateful for all the prayers and just people lifting me up. It made a difference.
But it was rare that she was an actual 100% match. That was the crazy thing.
People think that if you have a sibling, that it's an automatic. That only happens 30% of the time. So that means 70% of the time you are relying on someone on a registry. Someone who, and I met a woman today, Abby is her name. She's been on the registry for 17 years. She got the call. She is a match. 17 years she's been on the registry. Yes, I got chills too. And I had my sister. But it was a blessing. And let me tell you, there are many family members that even when they find out that they are matched, they don't go through with it. And I asked my sister, I didn't assume that because she was a match that she would do it. And for her to say, Robin, I'm not only one, I was born to do this. For her to have that sisterly feeling of, no, she really feels this is her purpose. Her purpose was here to save her baby sister's life.
You guys prayed over it,
And I love as soon as I hit the New Orleans city limits, I'm no longer Robin Roberts.
Right.
I'm Sally Ann's baby sister. Nobody even knows my name. That's what they call me. Oh, Sally Ann's baby sister. I'm like,
In New Orleans, though, that's a good thing. Though. You say such and such baby sister.
I know. You were like, I get in some good restaurants using Sally Ann's name.
See?
I'm sure.
That's that spade that you had played.
Yeah, that's right.
So tell us about the emotions that you guys felt when you found that moment you found out she was a match. Tell us all about it. Walk us through it.
First, we discovered that our other sister, Dorothy, who's the true talent in the family, that sister was, the other ones were Sally Ann and I are well known, but Dorothy is the real talent.
Okay.
But that she was not a match. So I was like, my older brother could not be considered a match because of his underlying health issues and because of his age. He's 12 years older. So it came down to Sally Ann. And the initial test came back like, yeah, it's all right, but it wasn't 100%. And then they kept testing more and more. And then when they said to me, right before I was to begin pre-treatment to prepare myself, they said, she's 10 for 10.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. And I told her that, and she immediately was in prayer, sincerely, and giving all praise and glory. And it was, but again, for her just to, it's like, I see her and I just start crying. You know, somebody who was, who literally gave you life and wants no credit for it at all. It's just, it's beautiful to witness. And she has a story. She is telling people to go out and be a donor and just saying, why? The possibility of saving a life, and a bone marrow transplant has the potential to cure 70 diseases. 70, including sickle cell anemia. So it's not just, I know, see? So we're educating people and letting them know that if they become a donor, the potential.
And we're really happy that the fact that you guys are using your public platform to get that out there. I know, I think after you actually went public with yours, it was like, what, it was like 1,800% increase,
Yes, right,
almost like
right.
immediately. You guys
We're very
brought
grateful.
awareness to the
We brought awareness, but people, they're the ones that swabbing. We're not taking credit. We're very grateful that people stepped up. But something that why we did. Our mama said, make your mess your message. Make your mess your message, and let people know that we all have something that we're going through. We all have dreams and desires and goals. And you three young people, you have that. You three young people down here. I hope you hire me later. Remember me? I think you're first show.
Well, guess what? You'll always have a job online.
For the cocktail hour, you are here.
The cocktail with a K. Thank y'all very much. I wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
We're
Thank
so
you for
glad
coming
you're
out.
here.
We were honored. We're honored. And thank you for telling your story.
And your book
It's
is going to
very
be on sale or soon? Or are you going to get
Yes, it's been out since April. It's doing very well, and I'm very grateful that people
everybody
are
can
receiving
find it
it. You can find it at your local bookstore, or you can robinroberts.com. No, I'm just kidding.
Make sure you get it in there.
here.
Get it in there.
No, it's areas. But I'm very pleased that people are receiving the message, and the intent is to give people hope, and that's what I have.
Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for being with us.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. All the best.
Thank you. We'll be right back.